All right, we are live here at the happy hour at the Boxcar Ale House in lovely Magnolia, the Magnolia sector of Seattle. This is your, like I said, happy hour, wake and bake baseball, rye bread and mustard, a Mariners podcast, that 5-star dive bar podcast coming from the other side of the tracks, down on the docks. Literally, we're right off the docks right now. Except CJ, you're down in Scottsdale, and Vlad Perez from Wake and Bake Baseball will be here sometime soon. He's down in Los Angeles, or Glendale, California, to be exact. And as you see, this episode is the MLB Deadline Fallout Edition. We'll be talking, mainly Seattle Mariners stuff, but also we're going to look around the league and see what happened here. We're recording this, about 45 minutes, CJ, after the reported deadline was set?
That's right. Yeah. And I think, the Mariners, I think the best way to sum it up is that we did it and we didn't do it.
Yes. And as promised from Wake and Bake Baseball down in LA, he's here. Big Vlad coming in with his Yankees rhetoric. So Fallout episode. You ready to talk deadline duds and winners, losers? Here's some gripes. We want to know what's going on around the league as well. What's going on, Vlad?
Yo, I just got an angry call from my dad saying the Yankees didn't do anything else. So I kind of just got out of an appointment, and I was kind of hoping that there'd be at least another big fish. So you guys are gonna have to nothing big happened in the last hour.
There's been a lot of smaller trades. Your microphone was not on; it was your computer microphone. But so if you want to take care of that while we talk about this a little bit today, CJ, anything really big around the league? I know. Besides, I guess we should. We'll get to the Mariners acquisition later. I don't think that's headline news that we know of today, but anything big around the league?
The biggest one was the Dodgers pickup with Flaherty. Flaherty? What's his name?
Flaherty?
Flaherty, yeah.
Jack Flaherty.
That was
like everybody they wanted.
Yeah. And they picked up that outfielder from the Blue Jays as well.
You said the Dodgers got it. You said the Dodgers got everybody they wanted?
Well, there was a few people that it sounded like we were both going after, and it sounds like they got everybody that we were going after. So
you guys and the Dodgers. I mean, I know when we got Randy Arozarena, which was like, if this was Christmas, it was kind of like we got our Christmas gift, a week before Christmas. And so on Christmas Day, yeah, Christmas Day. So that's what,
it's like having a birthday at Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, CJ, if we did this all in reverse, we started off with JT Chargois, JT Chargois coming back to the Mariners. We had him before. I think we traded him to Tampa Bay. Former Dodgers, won a World Series, was on that COVID 2020 team. You went with him. Then you add Justin Turner, and then you add Yimi Garcia, and then you get a Randy Arozarena. Maybe we're having a completely different episode right now, but it went in that direction. What do you think about that, Vlad?
I mean, I think you guys should be really happy. I mean, you guys got a retooled offense, and I mean, Arozarena is a big bat, which you guys desperately needed, and Turner is kind of like an aging bat that he's done a lot of great things. Fairly, in like the past 5 years, 6 years, from the Dodgers to Red Sox. I mean, he's been everywhere, but it's just, I mean, you guys needed some offense. That's a big grab. Yimi Garcia, everybody wanted. So, but just for the fact that you guys add 2 bats to that lineup of guys that can hit, and guys that are pretty, clutch. I would put them both up there at the top of the league in terms of like who's going to give you a good at bat in a big inning that's available. So you guys should be, I mean, you're at the top of the list of people that took care of their shit so far. I mean, I gotta see.
Yeah, I
BJ?
would think like the other big bats that we'd want, like they knew we needed big bats. They knew that we had all these top prospects, so the price was probably so much that at least Jerry didn't want to give that up, which I think is fine, right? But yeah, I'm happy with Randy, and I think now that Victor's playing every day in the leadoff spot, he's been kind of turning it around, and hurts to say it, but Polanco's also playing a little bit better. So
Yeah, I feel like the team's way better. I think Vlad makes a good point. These guys are clutch dudes. And like we were saying yesterday, we've said this before, when you look at, you take Justin Turner and you take Randy Rosarena and you look at them, these are guys that, pay taxes on playoff winnings. I mean, these guys get playoff checks every single year. They get their mail in the playoffs. They could get MLB playoff tattoos. It completely makes sense. I don't know. These are the guys you want in the locker room. You add JT Chargois. He's been in the playoffs quite a bit. He's, again, 2020 World Series winner. Yimi Garcia, he's just pitched, he has pitched against the Yankees a lot. He pitched against all these big dog teams. I think that was a great pickup. And I was going to say another good pickup was the other person that the Mariners seem to be linked with. Actually, I would say linked with more like out in the open, and that was Jazz Chisholm. You guys get him in New York. What have you seen from him, and what's the reaction like on the New York radios? And what are your people saying about this shit?
Well, I mean, he had 2 home runs yesterday. One of which with Judge's bat, which is just kind of a funny story. He said he was facing a position player pitching, and he was like, him and Judge were just like, well, let me use your heavy ass bat, and he ends up hitting a home run. But I mean, we're just in desperate need of somebody who could, turn it on, and we just have way too many people just not having quality at bats, good players, like just reluctant to break out of that slump. But I think getting because I think he's been an all-star at least once. But like, I've seen that factor on the Yankees when they go out and get somebody else. It kind of makes other people who haven't been performing wake up a little. So, I mean, I don't know if it's him or if they're just all waking up at the same time, but we've kind of seemed to maybe be coming out of this slump. So, I mean, but
didn't he use the Aaron Judge bat to hit 2 home runs or something too?
Yeah, no. Chisholm hit his second home run was with Judge's bat.
Yeah.
But because it was a position player pitching, and he just couldn't get the timing down, so just having a heavier bat. But just having another ball player in the league. I mean, we got bums in the lineup half the time. JD Davis is gone. It's just that we had that problem last year, and then when we got Verdugo and Soto, it's like, wow, this is what it looks like when you have major league players in the lineup. How much it changes. So we had to go out and get another one, and he slid and he played third, which he's never done. So, and he looked pretty good.
Yeah, I was just. Can you guys see on the screen right there? I got some of his defensive plays going on here for you. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because this guy has already delivered 2 home runs in the game's got to energize a fan base. I remember how energized everybody was when Soto started off this season with you guys. You're kind of getting that feeling. We've already seen Randy Rosarena as well on over here in Seattle get off to a good start. He had 3 infield singles, which was amazing. Then he drops a bomb and also got a double. And Jazz has done that, and both of these guys haven't even made it to their home stadium. So that's going to be an interesting homecoming for both guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that because, just throwing those pinstripes on. I've seen a lot of guys, make a better career for themselves. I think he's, and like I was saying last week, I think he was a candidate for that before they acquired him. So I'm happy they pulled it off, but we needed more shit. And then we got a reliever, lighter, but I mean, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, as far as
teams,
as far as teams, where do you think, CJ? Where do you think with just it being a nothing burger today across the league, pretty much? Where would you say the Mariners were though in this year's deadline? Wouldn't you say we got one of the biggest pieces?
Yeah, I mean, I would look. I mean, A- to like B+, right? Like, I think if you look at all the bats that were traded, it's probably the top available bat that was there, plus a top 3 reliever. And I think a lot of teams were looking for relievers, so we got that from Toronto, and then plus a veteran bat that could help kind of the guys that aren't hitting well, potentially give them a spark. So I think when it's all said and done, I think the fan base here is never going to be happy, right? But I think we did quite well considering not giving up any of our top prospects, and like none of the prospects that I think are really well known amongst the prospect huggers, as they were being called, but. Yeah, I think we did quite well.
Well, you never know, too. When you look at our prospects, all of them are, they range from maybe next year you could see them to 2 years away, to 3 years away, and maybe more. You go into this next off season and they're closer to being major leaguers. Their price goes probably up, and some of them they're going to get it, they're going to get graded. They're going to get exposed on what they don't do as well. So I guess the off season is always typically a cheaper route. But again, you're in this situation where I still feel like you could have, what did I say yesterday? Unplenish the farm system, or give some of them up. There's such a big list in Seattle has a strong.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need the top, 8 in the top 100 prospects. Like we can give up, but.
Yeah, I feel like you could have gave up 2 or 3 for somebody really big, but Vladdy, you're only getting him for this year, and all next year will be one of those re-signed contract years. Luis Robert, I wonder if all those strikeouts this weekend kind of scared them away, because that dude what's over 36% on strikeouts. And but you sent this to me. You said what do you got here, CJ? Dipoto was asked if they were close to any deals today. He quote, "Not really," he says. The other infield bats were in what the other infield bats they were in on didn't end up moving at all.
Yeah,
I wonder who that was. I wonder if it was Jonathan India.
I'm seeing some other big names. Eloy Jimenez.
Yeah, he went to the Orioles. That was a last minute deal.
I know Paul DeJong from the White Sox to the Royals. Josh Bell.
Yeah, where did Josh Bell go? Arizona?
He's out of the Diamondbacks, yeah.
Okay. Actually, I could just pull up this thing for the YouTubers here.
Damn, kind of Kalafi to the Pirates. I would have taken him back.
I bet Yandy Diaz was probably the one that we were closest to.
Yeah, that one seemed like we were really going down the aisle with it. As far as the media made it kind of seem, it seemed like they said that it was the Yankees and the Astros, the Mariners, and the Pirates, and then the Pirates were reportedly out of it. Yeah. I'm wondering how crazy that got though, because especially if you're Tampa Bay, and you're already like, look, you already got us for Randy Arozarena. Everybody in the league says you're a genius. I'm not giving you another damn deal. We're not doing another deal. You're going to give me some big time prospects. I think that's probably what the conversation was like.
Yeah. The other thing that's interesting, if you think about last year with the Angels and offloading all of the payroll in August, I guess there's some loophole there somewhere. If we'll see a lot of movement like in August with teams cutting bait with salary, to see a bunch of teams or a bunch of players moving around.
Yeah, and so how does that work? Are they on the roster but they can't be on the playoff roster?
Not sure the details on that, but
yeah, Jack Flaherty, the Dodgers get him. I know we weren't
trying to get him, I guess.
The Yankees were going after this guy.
Yeah. So I mean, I know they're going to be killing Cashman for this.
Dodgers also get
GM.
Kevin Kiermaier. Dodgers also get Kiermaier from the Blue Jays.
Oh, is that where he was? I'm on the New York Post, and it says Dodgers get Kiermaier from the Dodgers.
Yeah, Kiermaier went there.
That must have been like a last minute scramble, and they accidentally just traded with themselves, and then it like screwed up their waiver wire or something. So look, I mean, look, Kiermaier's gone.
You guys also look smart for getting a Rosarena when you did. I mean, we saw a lot of big pieces go the days leading up to it, and that I feel isn't that normal. So you guys are pretty smart for swooping in and getting your pieces early.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way. That's why I'm really wishing we had gotten another bat. And some are saying, what are you saying, CJ? That people are going, just because guys like Polanco have turned it around and Julio was turning it around, that we basically are getting Victor, and then Victor Robles, emergence of him, that we kind
considered moves.
They were considered moves. Let's see what else you sent me that Dipoto said. He says, Dipoto, I don't think there are I can't read today. I think they are energized by picking up a couple of new guys that adds some personality to a team that was in a tough spot for the last 30 days. We needed a bit of juice.
Send the juice box out.
So juice box, does he mean like they got Canseco to stop by? They needed some juice. Now they're hitting home runs. So now let's go to the 54 quote. If you don't, what's this you got here? Right here, CJ. Oh, Jerry Dipoto says he operates with a 10-year plan to win 54% of the time. This is from the famous press conference, right?
Yeah. That was from last.
Quote, we're actually doing the fan base a favor and asking for their patience to win the World Series while we continue to build. So this was the whole 54 thing. And then you said the juice box. What's this last quote? They just need a little bit of juice. So the juice box could be a thing. Let's check that out.
Yeah, that was just
Do they already have one?
No, that's just totally juice box.
Yeah.
Let's have to start attaching juice boxes to the hot dogs from heaven.
You're right. This would be great. So you know that they do the hot dogs from heaven, Vlad, at T-Mobile Park now. They throw hot dogs down on parachutes, like in what, the 8th inning or the 6th inning or something like that.
It's right for the 7th inning stretch.
So you're proposing, since Jerry says that we need some juice, that they should just chuck juice boxes.
At the fans. That should be a giveaway going forward.
Yeah, we got to get some. I got to get Core to get us some of those rye bread and mustard juice boxes.
Just throw those little bottles of testosterone down onto the field.
You got a guy, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what else that we had here. Let's go back to the moves that are all coming in, because there's just a lot of small moves today. But yeah, we didn't get another headline. That's for sure. And CJ, can you check out what some Mariner fans are saying there on Twitter? Find some good freakouts. Those are always fun to read. I'll go check out of the Facebook page. But let's go back to the deadline results. Dodgers get flat. We said that. Jack Flattery. Kiermaier from the Blue Jays. You also had Turner, Yimi Garcia, and the Dodgers also. And the Dodgers, who else did they get? I totally forgot again that they got from the Blue Jays. They got a bunch of people.
They got some infielder, Rosario or something.
I'll try to find that. Well, what I guess I'm trying to say is pretty interesting there over in your AL East with the Blue Jays. It seems like they stripped it down to Bo Bichette and Vladdy to really build that team around and still feel like they have a chance to not rebuild but bounce back in 2025. I mean, that's what that move says to me. Or they were just asking for just way too much for either of those guys to get moved.
Yeah. I mean, this has got to be one of the bigger deadlines, no?
How so?
And just a lot of quality names getting dealt. Am I just
like Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's like a lot of good players. There just any of the just big marquee names getting moved. You didn't see Luis Robert Jr. get moved. You didn't see Vladdy Guerrero get moved. You didn't see Bo Bichette get moved. There wasn't a Max Scherzer. There wasn't, a Verlander type trade. There wasn't a Juan Soto style player in that got moved. So it's just a lot of like good quality players for sure got moved.
Right, but like a lot of the next right underneath that tier.
Yeah,
I feel like Jazz Chisholm, Teoscar, and Rosarena, Turner. I know he's older, but he still counts to me. Jimenez is a ball player. The other De La Cruz got traded.
Oh, from Miami?
Yeah, Bell.
Let's see, CJ, you pulled up some of the oh yeah, Soler back to the Braves. Yeah, so like that level, like the second and third tier, there was definitely some movement. There was a lot of bullpen movement too, and those are some good quality bullpen pitchers that went. We got to see CJ pulled up some social media stuff. Yeah. Oh, the Chaos Ball podcast. I know these guys. We're friends with them on Twitter. Regardless of my thoughts on the deadline as a whole, Randy Arozarena absolutely rules, and I'm so hyped that he's a Mariner. Yimi Garcia is a dog. Justin Turner is a professional
hitter.
Like it.
Yeah.
Oh, got cut off. I thought that was a slang for that. Yeah. He's a professional. Yeah. I was like, I like it. Let's do it. He got cut off. Sorry. He's a professional. Let me fix that for these guys. They didn't chime in on us. We just are going out and looking. So I'll fix that banner. Just there you go. Oh, we just run out of space, I guess, on that banner. I got to go up to the big banner for that.
Somebody here is crying.
Who?
It says TF baby, no Vlad, no Yandy. What the fuck is this front office doing? 40-year-old first baseman and a 211 washed Rosarena? I mean, you got imagine how Mariners fans can't. I mean, it's hard to get these guys without getting fleeced. Vlad wasn't going anywhere. Only an idiot would trade Guerrero.
Let's see. Real Zach Mason. My overall assessment: the Mariners got the most better overall. Got the best player traded and made the best individual deal, and I'm still unsatisfied. B plus. That was like very mixed emotions there. The real Zach made very. We got another one. Let's see what this one is. You want to take that one, Vlad, from Colby Richardson?
Mariners did just.
Well, take that back. You started to get you got all scrambled up there. Did we lose him?
I think we lost him.
We lost him. Oh, yeah, I can still hear him. He's really put some mustard on it there.
He's trying hard.
He's trying hard. Is this him calling me right now? There he is. He's out. Okay, I'll just do it. Colby Richardson at Mariners did just enough to almost make the playoff and piss all of us fans off again. Love Randy and Turner, but they need another big bat. This lineup is not a playoff team. Things could change if Julio and company get hot, but it's not looking good. So this guy's still saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
There's a chance. What else do we find out there? I'm going to see if more Dipoto stuff. Let me see. Quote: we feel like we're in a more meaningful position as opposed to any of the last 3 years, because this year we have an opportunity to win a division, and that's very different than playing for second or third wild card in a lot of ways. So we took it seriously.
Yeah, and we got the juice box.
And we got the juice. We got juiced up. I do feel better about it. I know the game. Does the game just start right now? That's good. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget we do get Julio back at some point. I don't know if you heard something today. It seemed like they were saying on 710 when they were talking about
Julio and JP
coming
were
back.
out in the field, I think.
They showed up,
Yeah, I think
or
so.
out or at T-Mobile Park.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was probably not in Boston, but probably Timo. Turner's in the lineup right now. He's batting clean.
Yeah. So look, all the guys that we acquired pretty much are already playing, and they're playing at a high level this year, right now at this particular time.
Do you think Julio comes in and bats third with this lineup? Like Robles, Randy, Julio, Raleigh?
You know what I was wondering that myself.
Or does he come back and bat leadoff? Well, no, JP would bat leadoff, right?
I think if JP comes back and Victor Robles is doing what he's doing, he stays there. And that's a good thing, because that means the Mariners had been successful. And that's all that really matters. And then it doesn't put a lot of pressure on JP, and then he can hit down at the bottom of the lineup, turn the lineup back over to the top of the order. But to answer your question about Julio, I think if I was filling out the lineup card, and let's just say everybody's playing the way they're playing right now.
Yeah.
And Julio and JP come back, I would lead off with Robles in right field, and then Randy Rosarena in left. And then I'm going Cal, keeping him at third. And here's why, because he also can bat left-handed. So you can kind of break that up. Unless there's a lefty on the mound, then you're all good in the hood too. And then at 4, I'm probably putting Julio. At 5, I'm putting Polanco. At 6, and Turner. 5 or 6 could be Turner or Polanco, but let's put Turner then Polanco. Actually, we'll go Polanco then Turner, and here's why, because then I'm having probably a DH of Rayleigh, JP, and Rojas. So that's a lot of lefties at the end of the order. So I just try to break it up that way.
Yeah, is Garver
That's if you. I don't know. I'm actually surprised to see Garver like, and I mean, not surprised. I shouldn't say this. Actually, that's wrong. It's interesting. Let's use the word interesting that you still have a roster with the Mitches. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's the other thing. Like, if
I
Julio
mean-
comes back, do we DFA Haniger?
that's interesting. I mean, you're gonna owe more money to Haniger than you are to Mitch Garver, I believe. 'Cause I think Mitch is like on a 12 and 12, and
Mhm.
I think Garver's. I mean, I think Mitch Haniger has a player option for next year. So I would assume you're
Yeah.
gonna. I think it's like 17 million. We could pull it up, but it's. Anyways, let's not spend some time on them right now.
Yeah.
Let's think of the positive stuff. But yeah, like it sucks having two guys like that on the team, and then you got Demo there. He's does his thing of filling in. But yeah, what do you do when Julio comes back? What do you do when Canzone is ready to play, and you think he's ready to like be
Yeah.
on this roster and in this lineup? Then it's like you have Mitch Garver and Mitch Haniger, both right-handers that are hitting at or below 200.
Yeah, maybe Garver stops DHing and he's playing catcher every so often. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you need a backup catcher there. That's where you go. And I would want another left-handed outfielder because you could put Dylan Moore out there. He's right-handed.
Yeah.
Julio's right-handed. Arozarena's right-handed. Robles is right-handed. Rayleigh's left-handed. You only got one left-handed outfield position. Does it matter if they're all mashers? No.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying at that point, I might need a younger, more athletic left-handed bat that has a little bit more to give on the base pass as well too. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens, and that's if everybody comes back healthy. But that's what I would kind of do with my lineup. And yeah, I mean, I guess Mitch Garver just turns into like probably one of the most expensive backup catchers going. And we got one of the most expensive rotational outfielder fill-in / DH guys. But
It's not as,
I'm
not
sure
as expensive as Richie Sexton and Chone Figgins, but
really you're not paying much. Yes. And you're not paying much for the pitching. I mean, you're paying Castillo.
yeah.
The rest of the guys you really aren't paying. So that's what makes up for it. But it shouldn't really matter because there's no cap. So really every time I try to tell myself that, I go, wait a minute, why am I talking myself into this? There's no cap. You can spend whatever you want. But
Turner's already delivering as an RBI.
There we go. Again,
Yeah.
Turner's hot. Randy Orena's hot. These are two guys that are Robles. This is the hottest they've been right now, headed into our stretch. We have a Chad the Ripper says, Robles hit first pitch, yo. Julio on Friday. I heard he was going to be a lot longer than that. He also said JP should no longer be at the top of the order now. That's definitely on the table.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the table, in my opinion. But I think that all has to do with, can Robles keep this up?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you're
He's
going
a top prospect, right? So it's just like maybe just change of pace, change of scenery is what he needs, and who knows, maybe batting leadoff is his spot.
Yeah, at one point, he was ranked higher in the prospect than Soto. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, if you were wondering where Vlad went, he thought it was his computer, but the whole internet went out.
Bummer.
Better call up Spectrum down there. That's the cable.
Turner.
Also, the cable. Yeah.
Turner tried to stretch his little single into a double and got thrown out at second.
Fun.
But it's good. That's a lot of juice, you know. He earned a juice box. He got an RBI already, so give him a juice box and an orange, maybe.
Flick of the Switch says JP's gonna be batting ninth. I I think that makes the team look good.
Yeah.
I would love him at 9 and Robles to be this guy. Look at Flick of the Switch said Turner thought he forgot he's 39. Yeah,
That's true.
just they're like, yes. What else? What else? Flick of the goes. Should have stayed at first. Yeah.
Probably thought he was gonna. Try
Oh
to
yeah,
throw
I just saw
Robles
the
at
replay. They got it on down here at the.
Yeah, I think he probably thought they were gonna try to throw Robles out of home.
Julio on Friday. Chad the Ripper. I don't know. I think they said he was gonna be out to the middle of August, probably. I don't think it's just. I think it's 10 days to just reevaluate what's going on.
Yeah.
And at this time of year, it'd be interesting if they feel like he's going to be out 2 weeks. They probably put him on whatever the 15-day, right?
Yeah, 15-day. I know. Yeah.
I would assume.
Nice
Let's see what we have here in the chat. Actually, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go outside of our thing, and I'm gonna see what's going on the Facebook groups, because that's where a lot of action goes down as far as fans not agreeing. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Depoto's saying that we're hoping to see Julio back sooner than later. They worked out, yeah, him and JP worked out together at Timo today.
Do you want to hear a negative one, a crazy negative one, or do you want me to find a positive?
Let's go negative. I love it.
Let's go negative. Okay. I think we're going to... Actually, wow, this is where's all the bean stuff? I'm not finding it. Wow, good job, everybody in the real Seattle Mariners fan group. There seems pretty negative over here. Oh, actually, it's saying everybody seems to be.
It's about 54% positive.
Okay, here's one. I wouldn't say it was. It's not negative, but it's critical. John Lee. This organization needs to pay for a superstar. I do think that a Rosarena deal will help out a little, and picking up Turner was a good trade, but it's not enough to be the leaders in this division. We still need another solid bat, and I feel like the front office just did enough, with quotations around it, to calm down all the pissed off fans from last week by getting 2 named players. Just think we come up short. Please, for the love of God, can we get Vladdy, Yandy, or Mountcastle? Oh, this was from 19 hours ago. No, sorry, didn't happen.
There was a lot of chatter about us trading Julio. I was just saying, like, from older chats. Yeah, right.
Stupid. I did see one that some people were talking about possibly moving Luis Castillo, and I think if the Mariners went on even more of a slide, maybe that could have happened, because he's got a great deal that a team might, replenish you very well. Oh, here we go. Here's one that's negative on Turner. Someone does not like the Turner. I'm gonna pull it up on the YouTube so they cannot just be a faceless voice. You put this out there. This is what happens. He says here. Let's see. Lee He-Man or Heyman. I'm gonna go with He-Man because I like it. He-Man. Sorry. Absolutely stupid trade unless we get someone else worthwhile. Typical Dipoto.
I think it says De Poo Poo. Read that name you put in there.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I started to mess up your. Let me take that back. Absolutely a stupid trade unless we get someone else worthwhile. Typical De Poo Poo. Whoa. Someone did not agree. John
Oof.
says stupid comet is what this is. We just got a vet that's hitting 315 and the last 30 games has postseason and World Series experience. He'll play third against left-handed pitcher, which is a big plus, and most likely DH and maybe play a little first as well. Big pickup, and we still have our bullets. You're right. Let's see if this thread got going. No, they agreed. Here we go. Stupid because we gave up our 29th ranked prospect for a vet who doesn't strike out and has playoff experience? ? Clown emoji. Also, absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid take by someone who doesn't seem to understand baseball. LOL. Damn, this is a good one. Let's see. Exactly. There's a lot of these clowns in here doing that constantly. Hey, just talking out of their ass.
Boom.
Dude has a low K rate and is a good veteran to have. Would be a perfect at DH. We didn't give up much for him. Agreed. Divish said they aren't done. They weren't. They got JT Chargois. Good hitter, but damn, he's 39 years old. Man, what's wrong with being 39? Yeah, 595 road OPS. I mean, that's that at his age, at age 39 season. Watch service start him 6 to 7 times per week. Yeah, I this guy definitely needs a day off. Let me advocate for him. Needs a day off every week, but I'm agreeing. This 595 road is good because the Mariners didn't play too great on the road. They seem to hit better at home, which is weird. Let's see, better than Garver, but a rental at best, and will be gone after this year. DePupu, is this a thing? Is gleefully clapping his hands and reminding management how much money they're gonna make off merch. I do gotta say I might get in a Rosarena jersey though. So, but Justin Turner one, I'm probably not. I think Ninja is gonna get one because I think he's gonna go with this whole Justin Turner lookalike thing around the ballpark. So
yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think so. He's definitely got a vibe, right? I mean, just his pregame outfit, you know, the California shades. You know, it's from the Long Beach area, so
he did a partnership with Baseballism too, with his dog. Forgot what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some. I think he did. Shoot, let me look it up. But I bought a hat. It was like for a charity thing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, send me that. Another typical Dipoto trade. Getting a player that's past his prime. And these are all from, let's see, now that the deadline is over, watching what the other teams did to improve their rosters, it's very clear the Mariners didn't do enough. It was shocking. It would be shocking if we make the playoffs. The Mariners are relying on their pitching staff, mediocre hitting, and one big bat. Watching all the other teams making big moves to improve and watching what the Mariners did, it's safe to say we didn't do enough. How so? Who did better? I mean, we had a Mariner hating ass Yankee guy on here saying, I think you guys did pretty damn good. You might have done the best. All right, we got some comments here. Let's see, flick of the switch. I was just mentioning there is a game going on. We're just committing to an hour on here. Castillo facing 6 lefties today. Here we go. Now that we went through those comments, private chat, what'd you send me here? Oh, is this the Baseballism?
Yeah, it was his first charity of the foundation.
So this is
like he came up with a dog. Moonshine is his dog.
Justin Turner's dog's name is Moonshine.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'll pull that up right here on the.
Click on the Baseballism one, the second link.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they did a collaboration with them.
There we go. Now we got it.
Yes, they did that hat
So-
stuff for his dog.
No, there he is. I do. That's Moonshine.
Yeah.
I was expecting a whole different dog when I was thinking of Moonshine.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of like a dog that looked like a moonshiner, like just had like the big
Yeah.
long chops. So this is an effort to provide this is for COVID relief to the state of
Yeah, it
California.
was a couple years ago. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is the guy famously. Let's bring that up. Didn't he? Yes, he had to leave the game in the World Series, or he couldn't be in the game because he had COVID, and then he ran out during the celebration and got himself in some hot water.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, this man loves winning. You know,
Yeah.
what can you say? Let me see if there's any more of the crazies over here. I like this. This dude's been raking since the All-Star break. Nice veteran presence, playoff experience. Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. If anybody is upset about Randy Arozarena, you're crazy. I don't think Tampa Bay, who's known for fleecing people, there's a thing about that. I don't think the Mariners got fleeced at all. When Julio comes back, doesn't have as much pressure on him now.
Yeah, hopefully he's
He
a little
just-
bit more
he just
protected,
doesn't.
right? Yeah, so maybe we'll see a little bit more production of Randy.
And I mean,
Moore.
last year you can make this argument. You can be like Teoscar Hernandez, who's, you know, the man who's going to really cash in this offseason. You had him, but you didn't have him come in the middle of the season like this independent race when it was a thing that was needed so much. It was, and listen, I've sat here and whined and cried about Teoscar not coming back to the Mariners, but now that there's more of the story has come out, you know, about how he felt about what was going on there. It just didn't seem amicable. What's the word? Sorry. Can you say it? I can't say it. Amicable.
Amicable.
Amicable. There you go. It just wasn't working out. God damn it.
It wasn't working.
No.
Because home plate's crooked.
Yeah, home plate's crooked as hell. That crooked home plate. But yeah, and Randy Arozarena is just a different type of player. You know, Teoscar, he doesn't have the playoff heroics like Arozarena. They're different styles of players, but just the presence that guy brings in and the attention that he draws is what's going to be the most helpful to Julio.
Yeah.
You know,
It brings the juice too.
yeah, you bring some, you know, this lineup or this clubhouse, definitely I could tell the character there was something missing without Eugenio there, who kind of provided that in a different way. But and now you have him and you have Turner, who's just looks like he has a lot of fun playing baseball. I've seen a lot of him, you know, because he's been with the Dodgers, so I'm pretty familiar with this guy. I have friends that have Turner jerseys. I have another friend who's a friend of his. Shout out to Tommy Stockburger. He's so happy that his friend is on the Mariners because he's a big Mariners fan. I'm excited about it, and Yimi Garcia might be the sneakiest trade of them all.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're adding Chargois, while you send Spire down to probably figure some things out, so you kind of like take care of that right there, and then you know that spot that Brash, we're still trying to replace that spot. You know, Jimmy comes in that role. Also, while you are still seeing if Santos is going to be healthy enough and get it completely right, I think that was just a safe, good move.
Yeah.
Both of those, you had 2 bullpen guys. One guy that's already pitched with the Mariners, so he knows what the program's all about, and you had somebody that's high leverage from Toronto, and you didn't let anybody else get him. He didn't go to the Astros. He didn't go to the Orioles. He didn't go to the Yankees. He went to the Mariners. Randy Arozarena didn't go to the Yankees. Didn't go to the Dodgers. Didn't go to the Astros.
Yep.
Justin Turner could have been on any of these teams and bring what he brings. So not only did you get one, if not the biggest trade of this offseason, you got 2 other quality ones, and you blocked this from other teams that had these needs. And so I want to say I give this trade deadline for what the market was and what you saw all of these other people getting. I want to say, it was like B+, A-, like A-, say like a low A-, a high B+ to what you're expecting. You didn't use any of your chips, but as far as 2024, I would have liked to seen them do that. But also, we don't know what they were asking for. We weren't in the store.
Yeah, I think it was probably a lot. I think that's what we've been saying for a long time. It's like they knew that we needed bats. They knew that we had a really great farm system. And I would probably say in years past Mariners teams, we would have given up a lot for those bats that end up being rental players, and then it kind of trashes our farm system going forward. So part of me is okay with it. I mean, considering what we did get out for the trade deadline, and also holding on to what we have. But prospects are prospects. They're not like guaranteed lotto tickets, and so sometimes you got to take a risk. So I don't know, maybe we'll see something in the off season, to help next season even better. But we'll see.
What I question is, not that Aiden Smith wasn't anything, but you're like, hey, this is all that Randy Arozarena really cost, which was a little bit surprising to me. That I started to think, well, maybe Vladdy's only this much, or maybe Luis Robert Jr. was only this much. Because if you're like, okay, Robert was only this much, then fine. But maybe the market went up. I mean, it could fluctuate from one day to the next. We know that. So I would have liked them again to spend some of that prospect capital for this season, but we don't know what the market turned into yet. Maybe that will come out more and more. And again, I just want to say, I feel like if we got all these players in the reverse order, you got Randy Arozarena on the last day. You got Yimi Garcia the day before.
Yeah.
Turner, Chargois. You'd be feeling different, or not you, but some fans. We definitely got greedy, but that's what you want to be. You want to see the team get these guys, but overall, I think B+, high B+, low A-. What's your grade?
Yeah, I'm right in that same boat. Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it, you take a step back. I think we all wanted bats, and of the bats that got traded, we got the best bat. Plus, we got probably like a top 3 reliever, veteran bat who's been in the playoffs, been in the World Series, plus a reliever that's been with us before. So I think, I'm right there with you. Top high B+, low A-.
Yeah, like a 90. If I'm grading this paper, it's like 89.5, 90. 90
if you misspelled your name, but it's okay.
But there's a lot of D's and C's in this class of this year. So I feel like the Mariners are the top of the class. I think the honor roll, you only had to have an 89 or a 90.
That's right.
For this school. This is very Ballard High School, Seattle Public
Belt
Schools.
Curve. Yeah, very belt curve.
This is, the Seattle Public Schools I went to and you went to.
That's right.
They've knocked down every single school I've went to. They knocked down Adams Elementary, and they're gonna knock it down again. They
Are
knocked
they?
down Asa Mercer Middle School just recently, and then when I was in high school, they knocked down Ballard High School. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
um,
mean, the only school they had is Whitman still standing, but they did a little bit of remodel work. I'm surprised that one's still standing. And they haven't redone it.
well, one thing that's good that's not getting knocked down and rebuilding are the Seattle Mariners. I got to be honest. When we go back to that rebuild, I'm probably going to find another hobby. I'm hoping it comes with a couple of World Series championships, and then a rebuild. Then I can just like put my focuses elsewhere in life. That's all I want. That's all I want. We've been watching this team for too many years that I want to admit, but I think we're gonna have another episode probably tomorrow. Hannah will be back. He's out of his trade deadline, a coma. He went in a hyperbaric chamber and told me just to turn it off when the deadline happens. So he'll be back. We'll assess what the team looks like. This was our reactions to the deadline. It was as you said, CJ, a nothing burger today. But overall, again, I feel good about it. I think the team is way better. And if you can't see that, I don't know. You got to look a little bit harder and maybe quit being such an ass. Flick of the switch says, see you guys next time. Anyways, thanks for liking, subscribing. I'll get this podcast version up. We're, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, wrapping up the Boston series. Now it's back to business, talking a little bit more about baseball and focusing on this homestand, huge homestand coming up. We will have some tacos and tequila dates. I will let you know about that. I believe we're going to be down there this Sunday and the following Sunday, I want to say. But well, hit us up on the socials. Made this shit easy for you to figure it out. Anyways, CJ, anything you want to add?
No, it's all good. I think happy with the deadline and seeing what the second half has for us. Excited.
It's over. These are your guys that you have to love them no matter what. They're your family for the rest of the year. And with that being said, I'm going to show you how it's done, CJ.
Yeah.
Charge. Charge. All right. That was, I gotta get the timing down on that one. All right.